Hello, it's Julianna Jay here, and I'm a messenger for Source, and I have asked Source to give a beautiful signpost from the soul to inspire us all to live a life of hope in the coming weeks. So the message that I have is that we all have a golden ticket for the fun fair of life, and it's very important that we cash in that golden ticket and that we live life to the full and enjoy all the rides that life has to offer. So the message that I have for you as your signpost from the soul this week really focuses on bringing joy and surprise and mystery into our lives. And I believe the soul comes in wanting to experience a whole wealth of experiences while it's on earth. So as we are down here, if we can begin to look at our lives like a trip to the fun fair, we begin to see that there are many, many rides that we can choose to go to in life, and that the company that we keep when we're going on those rides is very, very important. And we begin to realise that we are looking for surprise and laughter and joy, because these are the things that lift our vibration and fill our soul. You know, when we come in here, we are reminded by this message this week that we have a golden ticket, that we are worthy and we are part of a divine plan, and that we are all on a beautiful sacred journey that leads us into a sacred place of experience and of expression and co-creation. So it's very, very important that we remember that as we incarnated on this earth, we came in wanting to experience life and experience it to the full. So when we come in as a soul, we come into our mummy's tummy as fifth dimensional beings. And we come from a very, very high vibration where love and light and a feeling of unconditional love reigns high for us. We're housed and encased in our mummy's tummies until our time and moment of birth, which I believe is written in the stars. And I think many in numerologist.com believe that as well, that there's a time and a place, and it's a very sacred time and place for our birth. And that particular time is the time when the golden ticket really says, I'm here and you can cash me in at any time. And it's funny that when that soul comes from fifth dimension and the baby is born, the first thing the baby does is actually lets out a yell, because it's actually moved from fifth dimension into third dimension. So the sights, the sounds, the embraces, the touches are all totally different, and it comes into a huge sensory experience. And sometimes it's like a sensory overload for the child, because it comes into a place of separation rather than a state of oneness. So it comes from oneness in the womb into a state of separation or duality. And that is all part of the spiritual experience. And we as human beings are always trying to make our way back into that feeling of wholeness and oneness. And it's important that we invite in vibrational sounds, vibrational feelings, vibrational touch, vibrational expression, which makes us feel a lot more whole, because in those times we experience the beautiful joy of feeling Source in our lives and the magic and the mystery of feeling totally uplifted and embraced by a higher source. So when we are experiencing life, it's important that we actually experience life to the full. And anyone who has been at a fun fair recently or has done a roller coaster ever in their life knows there are twists and turns that always happen, and they're totally unexpected. And they're the times when the real thrills comes, because sometimes we doubt, are we capable of surrendering to the seat we're on or the standing position we're on, and we're wondering, are we actually going to survive this? But we are shown in our own lives, just like the roller coaster, time and time again, that as we weave our way through life, if we hold on and embrace the support structure that is placed in our lives, which is a beautiful divine source structure, we will be held and embraced right through the whole journey, and we are able to allow those twists and turns to come in, knowing they're part of the divine plan. It's important that we look at what we do with fear, because just like being on a roller coaster, if you spend your whole time on a roller coaster with your hands clenched, your eyes shut, and hoping it's over, you'll miss the whole ride, you'll miss the whole thrill, and you'll probably feel sick. Whereas if you actually let go and embrace the experience, knowing that as you are and as you stay present is enough, and you will be supported on the ride of your life, you can really experience the laughter, the thrill, all the senses on full high alert. And that is quite a wonderful feeling for anybody to have. So I would invite you to live your life knowing that the higher source is actually protecting you. Because just as you are on a roller coaster, you're not looking at who's on the controls and who's controlling the ride and exactly the structures that are in place, because that would scare the wits out of you. So you step onto the ride and you let the ride hold you. And it's important that we fasten into our protection. So just like bolting on your safety belt or safety harness, it is important that every day we ground in and we call in the protection of Mother Earth and the higher realms to support our auric field in its own sovereignty, so that we feel supported on the ride of life. And when we do that, it's really important to surrender and let go and actually realise that life has a plan. It's got a pre-plan on that ticket. It knows who we're supposed to encounter. It knows where we're supposed to be. And it knows the experiences the soul is calling in for its own ascension process. So it's important to let Metatron come in on his chariot and carry us where that soul needs to go. Because the soul will win out in the end, because it's the only part of us that has a contract and knows where it's going in life. It's important sometimes to throw caution to the wind and to really invest in the uniqueness of our being and to call in the tribe that will support us. You know, make great friends on the rides of life, and sometimes when it's most turbulent, we actually learn to laugh with those who are with us and really to embrace the support they bring. So if you're feeling like you have a tribe that doesn't support you at the moment, please invite into your life a tribe that does support you, that holds sacred the things that you hold sacred, that understands where you're coming from and will take the time to give you a hug, to smile, to listen, or to laugh with you in times of great mourning, in times of great excitement and anticipation. People who will come the whole way on the whole ride with you and will try out the different rides that come through in your life. So I hope this has inspired you to once again try out something new, to begin to harness again the fun of the fair, and to realise that you are worthy, that you have a golden ticket and that you're totally worthy in this world. And I really would love to hear from you. What is the last thing you tried? What are the experiences that you found great fun in your life and things that have really warmed you and places where your tribes are? So just, if you'd like to comment below, I'd love to hear your ideas around what makes you tick in life and what feels golden in your life and what brings you joy and surprise and happiness. And I hope this signpost from the soul brings you hope and joy. And thank you for listening. Namaste.